Students, today we are going to learn about the sentence. So, the first question arises that what is a sentence? Now, when we speak, we use words and we use these words in a group. This group of word is called sentence, but not in a jumbled way. It should be organized properly to form a sentence. So, how can we define a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that make a complete sense. It is used to express a thought or ideas. So, what is the main thing in the sentence? The main thing is that it should complete a sense. It should have a complete sense. Now let's see some example to understand it more. And the most important thing about a sentence is that it always begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop, question mark, or an exclamatory mark. So, what is the most important thing? The most important thing about a sentence is that it starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamatory mark. So now let's see some examples. So here in number 1, flying birds the sky in are. So can we call this a sentence? We cannot call the first example as a sentence because it is not making any sense. Moreover, the words are not at the right place where they should be. So it cannot be called as a sentence. So now look at the second sentence. The birds are flying in the sky. Now here the words are organized and placed properly and it has a complete sense. So it can be called as a sentence. Now move on to the third example. I play the garden in. Again, here we can see that the words are jumbled. It is not in an organized way and the words are not at the right place. It does not have a complete sense. So that is why it cannot be called as a sentence. Now let's see example 4. I play in the garden. Here it makes a complete sense. So it can be called as a sentence. So now, as we can see, when we speak, we generally take care of two things. The person we are talking about or thing or whatever we are talking about, right? Now the second thing, what we are talking about, this person, place or thing. Now, if these two things are present in a group of words, this will form a sentence. This shows us two different parts of the sentence. So, what are the two different parts of the sentence? The subject and the predicate. So, now let's understand what is a subject. Subject. The part of sentence that speaks about somebody or something is called the subject. The subject can be noun or pronoun. We are talking about in a sentence. So, the part of sentence about which we are talking is called the subject. And what is a predicate? The predicate refers to the part which tells us something about the subject. That means the predicate part of the sentence is the part which tells something about the subject, something about the animal, place, thing, or whatever you are speaking about. So, that part which tells something about the subject is called the predicate. And the predicate contains the verb, the action word. It contains the action word. Now, let's see some examples. Now we will identify here which is the subject and which one is the predicate. Which part is the subject and which part of the sentence is a predicate. Yuan jumped on his bed. So now here I'm talking about a particular person, Yuan. So Yuan is the subject. We are talking about Yuan. So Yuan is the subject because I'm talking about him. And what he is doing? He jumped on his bed. What he did? He jumped on his bed. So what we are talking about him? We are talking that he jumped on his bed. So Yuan is the noun and we are talking about him. So it is the subject of the sentence. And what we are talking about him? He jumped on his bed. Yuan jumped on his bed. So jumped on his bed. Jumped is a verb and so that is why jumped on his bed is the predicate part of the sentence. The man is teaching his daughter. Here we are talking about the man and what he is doing? He is teaching his daughter. So the man is the subject and what he is doing? He is teaching his daughter. So is teaching his daughter will be the predicate. Now the third example, the frog is hopping in the pond. So about whom we are talking here? We are talking about the frog. So the frog is the subject and what he is doing? He is hopping in the pond. So is hopping in the pond will be the predicate. Now the fourth example, I went to the market in the evening. About whom we are talking here? I'm talking about myself. I went to the market in the evening. So I is the subject and what I did in the evening? I went to the market in the evening. So here went is the verb and the entire sentence is the predicate part of the sentence. Now the fifth example, Sanya eats ice cream. So whom we are talking about? We are talking about Sanya. What she is doing? She is eating ice cream. She eats ice cream. So here eats ice cream is the predicate part. Eat is a verb. Sanya is a noun and Sanya is the subject part because we are talking about Sanya and what we are talking about? That she eats ice cream. So eats ice cream is the predicate part of the sentence. Now, as we all know that basically there are 4 kinds of sentences. Basically the sentences are divided into 4 categories and the 4 types of sentences are assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence and exclamatory sentence. So these are the kinds of sentence. There are different kinds of sentence, there are different kinds of expression, how we express our feelings, our thoughts, how we present the words are organized in a way, in a structure and how we are going to express it. They are divided into types of sentences. So assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence and exclamatory sentence are the 4 types of sentence. So now let's see the first type of sentence, that is assertive sentence. So what is an assertive sentence? So assertive sentence are also called declarative sentence. Why they are called so? They give a statement, they make a statement and they declare something about someone. Whatever we say in a simple words. For making things easier, let me give you some examples. Here you see Rima is playing with a dog. So here we are declaring something. We are giving some statement. And it ends with a full stop. So this is a complete sentence with a complete sense. And it gives some information and declares something. It is a simple statement about Rima. So that is why it is an assertive sentence. So an assertive sentence gives information or states an idea. It ends with a full stop. So here we can see that it is a assertive sentence. Now New Delhi is the capital of India. It's a simple statement, it's an information, and it ends with a full stop that New Delhi is the capital of India. So it is an assertive sentence. The mangoes are sweet. It is a simple statement, simple sentence. That is why it is an assertive sentence. Varanasi is a temple city. This kind of information, so it gives a simple statement, a information, assertion. That is why it is a assertive sentence. Now let's move on to the next sentence, next type of sentence, and that is interrogative sentence. So what do you mean by interrogative? Interrogative, the word comes from interrogate. Interrogate means to ask question. So basically the sentence that asks question is interrogative sentence. An interrogative sentence asks a question. It ends with a question mark. So for example, let's see some examples. What is your name? It's a kind of question. Someone is asking someone's name. What is your name? So here it is a question mark. And again, who is your best friend? Here is also a question. Who is your best friend? How are you? Where are you going? So these are all called the interrogative sentence because it is a kind of question. Now let's move on to the other sentence, that is imperative sentence. Now we use this kind of sentence a lot in our day-to-day life. It is a kind of command, a request, an order. So this is called an imperative sentence. Let's see the definition. An imperative sentence gives a command or make a request. It also ends with a full stop, just like the assertive sentence. So how we are going to differentiate between assertive sentence and imperative sentence? Imperative sentence gives command, order, or request. It is a kind of request, command, or order which we give in our day-to-day life. Just see the example. Please close the door. So the first example is a request. Someone is asking someone to please close the door. Requesting someone to please close the door. We do it in our day-to-day life. We use these words. Yes, so it is a kind of request. It is a kind of plead. So it is an imperative sentence. Bring me a glass of water. It's a kind of order or a command. Bring me a glass of water. In our day-to-day life, our parents ask us to bring a glass of water. So it is a kind of command or order. Give me a pen and pencil. Here also it is a kind of command or order. So it is an imperative sentence. Now the last one. Kindly bring me the book to me. Kindly bring the book to me. So here someone is requesting that kindly bring the book to me. Kindly, please, these are all soft words. These are all soft words which expresses some request. So that is why these are all imperative sentence. The order, command, or requesting, this kind of sentences are called imperative sentence, and it also ends with a full stop. Now let's move on to the last type of sentence, that is exclamatory sentence. So what is an exclamatory sentence? These are the sentences that expresses sudden strong feeling and its end with an exclamatory sign. So what is an strong feeling? When we feel excited, when we feel happy, when we feel sad, we express it with some specific words or in a specific manner or a way. So that kind of sentences are called exclamatory sentence when we express our feelings. When we express our strong feeling or emotions, that are called exclamatory sentence. Just look at the examples. Hooray! India won the match. So here the people are excited about the India winning the match. So they are expressing it by saying, hooray! India has won the match. Now the second sentence. Wow, that's a great news. Here the people are very happy and they are expressing how they are expressing. They are saying, wow, that's a great news. The third one, ouch, you trod on my toe. Here someone is hurt. Someone got hurt. That is why he or she is expressing it by saying, ouch, you trod on my toe. When someone trods on your toe, you hurt yourself, and that is why you express how you express that hurt feeling by saying, ouch, you trod on my toe. So now the last sentence. Oh, I forgot your name. Here someone is feeling sorry about forgetting someone's name. So how he or she is expressing their feeling, their strong feeling, by saying, oh, I forgot your name. And as you all can see that there is an exclamatory mark. So in this type of sentences, there has to be an exclamatory mark. So now today we learn about the sentence, the definition of sentence, the parts of sentence, that is subject and predicate. What are the most two important things in a sentence? How the sentence should start and how it should end. The types of sentence, assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. So now you all will do the exercise and you will take the guidance and support of me. If you need any kind of help, I'll help you in doing your exercise. Thank you.